Good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Brecher with the free video for simpler trading. What is today about? Today is about markets rallying into Powell, figuring that he's going to talk about easing, which he did, and the market still went up. So just keep that in mind that the market still went up, but at this time of year, a lot of times when it's thin, the markets go up like this. So now September's a lot different. So just keep that in mind in here. And I thought I'd show you. So here is the September statistics and the October. As you see, markets in August, they go up, usually go up a little. But then in September, it's ugly. So what happens here, and every year it's done this, I think, is I'll go and I'll play the small stocks, and I'll try to play them in September and October, and the small stocks do that. And then I give up. I say I'm never going to trade them again. And then the next August, September, and October, I play them again, and the cycle repeats. You got to buy them when everything looks awful. Now, keep that in mind. On the other hand, you have a month window in here. A month window when you get the laggards to have a nice kick. Now, keep in mind, most of the laggards have a kick in November, December because of this thing, this tax law selling. So companies, not companies, but people sell their losers and sell their winners. So they'll sell an NVIDIA and then they'll sell their losers for the tax law stuff. And then they'll buy their losers back later in the year. So just keep that in mind in there. Now, there are a couple of other things going on that can really upset the apple cart. One of them is, like I said, the tax law selling, and that can be a big deal at the end of the year, that then it sort of eases up and those small stocks go up. But in an election year, you have this year that if the Democrats win, they've talked about raising the capital gains next year. Now, the idea that they get the House and the Senate is a long shot to be able to pass that. But if they swept and they raised the tax, you're going to see a gigantic sell-off at the end of the year before the capital gains go up. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm not saying pro anybody, against anybody. I'm not getting into that. I'm talking about how the market would act if there was a sweep. So just keep that in mind. It would be extremely bearish for stocks short term. So just keep that in mind. But getting back to it about right now. And right now what we're watching is that when the ES is near an all-time high, like you see here, a lot of times those laggards start going up. Now, I'm not talking about buying a stock that's doing that. That's a bad mistake. I'm talking about stocks that are already turning the corner. So what does turning the corner mean? Turning the corner means that on some time frame, a stock starts turning up from either a 20, even a 9. The key is it needs to, on some time frame, start turning up. So that's what I mean by turning. Usually on these, what I'll do is I'll take a 20 moving average. So we're talking about it needs to get over something. So you could take a daily. Is it over something? Finally. So Reddit's finally over something. Look at here when it got nailed. It finally got over the 20. So now, a lot of times when I'm day trading, I'll talk about a 5, a 15, an hourly. It's got to get over something. Well, now you're seeing that on daily charts, Reddit's starting to turn. So Reddit on a 4-hour is starting to turn. It's consolidated. Now it's trying to have that next leg up. So what we were doing is looking for stocks that had that consolidation and they're turning up. Now, I took the turning up as the ATR trailing stop. You can take other things as well. But that's what I mean by turn up. So not about a vegetable. We're talking about turning up when it comes to crossing over moving averages. Like I said, you can play it with a 20, you can play it with an hourly, but it has to get over something. Now, when I'm talking about a weekly trade, I want it to get over at the minimum a 4-hour. So now you see that of what we're talking about. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer And I'm going to show you on the bottom the squeeze. I don't use the squeeze all the time. Squeeze is a contraction volatility. But I will use it this time of year. So what do you see in Reddit? On a 4-hour chart, you see red dots, a contraction volatility. Then you saw get over the ATR trailing stop. So what we're doing in here, and you can take this on a daily, is I'm taking stocks that have a 4-hour consolidation and they're turning up. That got me to all these on the left, including Reddit. CRDF is in there. It's got that consolidation and it's turning up. So all we're doing is we're finding stocks, and this will be in the central room and the chart patterns mastery, of finding stocks that are turning up and they're consolidating and they're turning above moving averages or ETR trailing stop. That's what we'll trade next week from the long side. Only at this time of year and at the end of the year. The catch-up trade is very dangerous because you're betting that markets go up so much it pulls everything up. But that's what I'm going to look for early in the week. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you next week. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Brecher, and I'm Senior Managing Director of Stocks at Simpler Trading. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like our content, please leave us a like and a comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification icon so you never miss any of our great new content coming out. Good trading, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.